There's one rule I wish someone told me before I started making real money, and honestly, it's so counterintuitive that most people laugh when they first hear it. I'm going to share it with you in a second, but first, I need to show you something that completely changed how I think about wealth. Because here's the thing, you're watching a personal finance video right now, and that already tells me you care about building money. But bet most people watching this never stopped to ask why they actually want to be rich. Is it freedom, travel, helping your parents retire? Or be honest with yourself here. Is there a small part of you that just wants people to know? The last one is where most people silently mess up, and I'm going to show you exactly how. In this video, we are going to cover 4 reasons why the smartest, wealthiest people you'll never recognize practice something called getting rich without anyone noticing. And by the end, I'll show you the one thing I tested at the start that reframes your entire relationship with money. Here's what we are covering. Why being known as wealthy is actually a liability. How flexing attracts the wrong people into your life. Why your friendship and negotiations both suffer when people know your numbers. And how showing off quietly traps you in a lifestyle you didn't actually want. So, let's start with one nobody talks about, privacy and security. Once you have money and people know you have money, you become a target. Full stop. The FBI literally had to send out warnings to NFL players not too long ago because organized theft groups were robbing their homes while they were away at game. These weren't random break-ins. All of these were planned and coordinated, and it wasn't hard to pull off because anyone can Google a team schedule and figure out exactly when a player is going to be out of town. As one security expert put it, it's very easy for a bad actor to find out where you live when you're loud about your lifestyle online. But it's not just physical theft. The lawsuit, the family drama, the strangers coming out of nowhere, all of that becomes real the moment people know what you're worth. And nothing illustrates this better than the story of Billy Bob Herrell. In the mid-90s, Billy Bob won a 31 million lottery jackpot. He was 47, barely getting by, and generally just wanted to take care of his family. And for a moment, things looked great. But then he became a local celebrity overnight. And Billy Bob couldn't say no. He started handing out money to anyone who asked. He donated heavily to his church. He bought homes and cars for family. Within 8 months, the financial pressure caused so much tension that he and his wife divorced, and still he kept spending. Within a few years, he was completely broke and in debt again. He told his financial advisor that winning the lottery was the worst thing that ever happened to him. He took his own life in 1990. That story is heavy, and the point isn't that money is bad. The point is that the attention the money brought destroyed someone who genuinely had a good heart but couldn't handle the pressure of everyone knowing. Wealth, in silence, would have been a completely different story for him. When you are flashy with money, you don't attract more people. You attract the wrong people. Think about it. If your Instagram is full of luxury cars and designer fits, the crowd that gravitates toward you is going to value luxury cars and designer fits. Some of those people will be genuinely cool, but a lot of them are just circling because of what you have, not who you are. And here's the quiet irony. Driving a modest car, keeping a low profile, you actually save money and attract people who are genuinely interested in you as a person, not your net worth. There is also a practical angle here. Luxury car ownership sounds amazing in theory. In reality, maintenance costs 5 times higher. Parts sometimes have to be special ordered from Europe and take weeks to arrive. Some of these cars aren't even comfortable enough to daily drive, so you end up needing a second car anyway. A study by Experian Automotive found that a significant portion of high earners actually drives Toyotas, Hondas, and Fords, not because they can't afford better, but because they've done math and decided it's just not worth it. Keep the low profile, keep the genuine relationships. That's the move. People are jealous, even your best friend, and I don't mean that in a harsh way. It's just human nature. When you have success, there will almost always be a small thought in someone's mind of why not me, even if they genuinely love you, even if they're rooting for you. That tiny flicker of envy is just how we are weird. So When you're loud about your finances, you are constantly feeding that. In a work environment, it creates resentment. In a friendship, it creates distance, and honestly, it's avoidable. Here's the practical rule. Never give people the data points to reverse engineer your wealth. Most people know to announce their net worth, but people slip up in smaller ways all the time. Someone asks how much you paid in taxes. Don't give the number, because if your tax bill is 500k, anyone listening can ballpark what you make. Mention you lost or made 100k in the market last week. Same thing. You just handed someone the information they needed to build a picture of your finances and potentially resent you for it. And it goes beyond feelings. Contractors, service providers, if they know you are wealthy, they'll price accordingly. There is this quiet logic of they can afford it that people apply, sometimes without even realizing it. Keep your cards close and you'll literally save money in negotiations. Keeping your wealth secret keeps you grounded, and I think that matters more than people realize. When you chase possessions to signal status, you end up locked into a lifestyle that costs more to maintain than it's worth to live. Big house, now you need cleaners, landscapers, a pool guy. You've got neighbors to impress, family expectations to manage, and a church group that suddenly needs a bigger donation from you. You wanted financial freedom, but you built a gilded cage instead. There's this tweet I love that perfectly captures the different levels of being wealthy. Level 1, you cut your own grass. You don't have money. Level 2, you pay someone to cut your grass. You have money. Level 3, you cut your own grass again. Level 3 is the goal. That person has so much freedom and so much time that they're choosing to be outside in the sun, cutting their own grass because they want to. That's what real wealth looks like. Experiences over things, every time. A week with your best friend somewhere remote will stick with you for decades. The Lamborghini loses its shine within months. So, what should you spend money on? Here is my short list. Longevity, your health. Nobody can tell you are spending on this, and it pays dividends no investment can match. Comfort, a nicer mattress, direct flights, a better hotel room, invisible upgrades that generally improve your day-to-day. Other people, helping the people you actually love, quietly, without broadcasting it. Your passions, whatever brings you a real fulfillment that has nothing to do with what other people think of you. Okay, remember that one rule I said and come back to at the start? Here is it. The goal of getting rich is to stop caring what people think, but flexing your wealth is literally just doing the opposite. Every Lambo post, every luxury flex is a signal that you still need external validation. People who have truly made it, you'd never know. They already got the memo. The bank account check before bed. The quiet satisfaction. That's it. That's the whole game. So, that's the full case of keeping your wealth secret and why getting rich quietly is one of the fastest, smartest financial moves you can make. But here is something I didn't mention at the start of this video. Everything we just talked about, it only works if you actually build the wealth in the first place. And most people are making one specific mistake that's quietly keeping them broke, no matter how much they earn. Click this video right here if you want to find out what it is. I'll see you there.